All right, so get this. You guys sent in a podcast about a penis ring called the Skore Buzz that claims to be better than sex. Now, I'm not sure anything can truly top that, but I'm definitely curious to see what all the hype is about. So we're diving into intimate Gyaan with Shreya and Karn to get the lowdown on this intriguing little device.
What I find fascinating is that they don't just review the Skore buzz, they really delve into user experiences and safety tips, even the broader cultural implications. It's a deep dive into pleasure, technology, and the evolving landscape of intimacy.
Okay, so let's skip Penis Ring 101. I think we're all familiar with the basics here. But the Skore Buzz seems to have a few tricks up its sleeve, especially with this whole vibration thing. I've got to admit, I'm picturing something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Well, hold on to your spacesuit, because this isn't your grandma's vibrating ring. Shreya describes it as having multiple settings, ranging from a gentle pulse to a more intense, buzz. And the kicker. It's designed to stimulate both partners, adding a whole new dimension to intimacy.
Now that's what I call thinking outside the well. You know? Huh. But do these features actually live up to the hype? Is it really a game changer in the bedroom?
Karn actually shares a story from a user who called it just that, a game changer. This particular user raved about how the Skore buzz allowed him to last longer and experience more intense sensations than ever before. That level of enthusiasm definitely suggests it's hitting the mark for some people.
Wow, that's quite the testimonial. But let's be real. It can't be all fireworks and grand finales. I'm sure there are some less than stellar experiences out there too.
Absolutely. Shreya points out that some users find the vibrations a bit much, especially at first. It seems there's a learning curve involved, finding the right setting and getting accustomed to the sensation.
So it's kind of like finding the right playlist for the mood. You don't want to blast heavy metal during a romantic dinner. You need to ease into it and find what works for you and your partner.
Exactly. And speaking of partners, both Shreya and Karn stress the importance of choosing the right size Skore buzz. If it's too tight, it can be uncomfortable and even dangerous.
Right, safety first. I'm guessing that's where those handy-dandy safety tips come in.
Oh, they really hammered that point home.
Yeah.
They suggested measuring beforehand to ensure a proper fit. And they even recommend doing a test run for a short period to make sure it feels comfortable.
It's like trying on shoes before you buy them. You wouldn't want to walk around in a pair that's 2 sizes too small.
Exactly. And it's not just about the initial fit. Shreya and Karn emphasize the importance of listening to your body throughout the experience.
Yeah.
If you start feeling any discomfort or numbness, it's crucial to stop using the device immediately.
Now, I'm all for pushing boundaries, but not when it comes to potential health risks. So they recommend limiting use to 20 to 30 minutes at a time, right?
Yep, that's their guideline. They stress that moderation is key, and exceeding that time frame could lead to some unwanted side effects.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've covered the fit, we've talked about listening to your body, and we've stressed the importance of moderation. What other nuggets of wisdom did Shreya and Karn share?
Well, they brought up something that I think is absolutely essential in any intimate scenario. Communication.
Oh, communication, the foundation of any healthy relationship, in or out of the bedroom.
Precisely. They emphasize that open and honest communication with your partner is crucial, especially when introducing something new like the Skore buzz. It's about checking in with each other, ensuring both parties are comfortable, and adjusting things as needed.
That's such a great point. It's not just about one person's pleasure. It's about creating a shared experience that feels good for everyone involved.
Absolutely. And this conversation about the Skore buzz, with its focus on enhancing pleasure and exploring new sensations, got me thinking about the bigger picture here.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Where are we headed with this?
We're living in a time where there's a growing acceptance and even celebration of diverse sexualities and desires. And with that comes an increasing interest in exploring ways to enhance pleasure and intimacy.
So the Skore buzz is just one example of a larger trend towards sexual exploration and experimentation.
Exactly. We're seeing all sorts of innovative products and technologies emerging in this space, all aimed at helping individuals and couples discover new levels of satisfaction and connection.
That's pretty fascinating. But it also makes me wonder, are there any potential downsides to this increasing reliance on devices in our intimate lives?
That's a really important question to consider. On the one hand, these devices can be incredibly empowering, offering new ways to experience pleasure and explore your sexuality. But on the other hand, there's a potential risk of becoming overly reliant on them to achieve satisfaction.
So it's all about finding that balance, right? embracing the tools available to us while also remembering that true intimacy goes beyond the physical.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Mm.
It's about finding a balance between embracing innovation
Yeah.
and nurturing the emotional and psychological aspects of intimacy.
And that's something Shreya and Karn seem to acknowledge as well. They emphasize that the Skore buzzz, and any device for that matter, should be viewed as a tool to enhance intimacy, not replace it.
They stress that the foundation of a fulfilling intimate life lies in communication, trust, and a deep connection with your partner.
So it's not about replacing human connection with technology. It's about using technology to deepen that connection.
That's a great way to put it. It's about using these tools responsibly and intentionally to explore new possibilities and enhance the intimacy you already have.
Which brings us back to the burning question. Is the Skore buzzz actually better than sex?
Well, based on the user experiences and insights shared by Shreya and Karn, it seems the answer is a resounding, it depends.
Of course. Everyone's different. Every relationship is different. What works for one person or couple might not work for another.
Exactly. And it's not about finding the magic bullet that instantly elevates your sex life to some unattainable level. It's about exploration, communication, and a willingness to try new things together.
So the Skore buzzz, like any intimate device, is a tool that can be used effectively or ineffectively, depending on the individuals and the context.
And the key takeaway here, the one that really resonated with me, is the emphasis on open communication and mutual respect. Those are the foundations of a truly satisfying and intimate connection.
And that's something that applies regardless of whether you're using a device like the Skore buzzz or not.
Absolutely. So what does all of this mean for you, our listener?
That's right. We've been diving deep into this topic, but how does it all connect back to your personal experience? It sounds like the Skore buzzz, and really any device in this realm, is less about reaching some ultimate pleasure peak and more about adding new layers to intimacy and self-discovery.
Precisely. And just like with any tool, whether it's a paintbrush or a power drill, it all comes down to how you use it. It's about understanding its potential, respecting its limitations, and wielding it with care and intention.
So we're not necessarily saying everyone should rush out and buy a Skore buzzz, but we are encouraging you to approach your intimate life with a sense of adventure and a willingness to learn and grow.
I think that's a beautiful way to put it. This isn't about finding a quick fix or a shortcut to satisfaction. It's about embracing the journey of exploration and connection.
And sometimes that journey leads you down unexpected paths, maybe even to a vibrating penis ring.
Who knows? You might just discover something amazing along the way. But even if the Skore buzzz isn't your cup of tea, this deep dive has hopefully sparked some valuable conversations and encouraged you to think outside the box when it comes to intimacy.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's about finding what works for you and your partner, communicating openly, and never being afraid to try new things. After all, life's too short to be boring, especially in the bedroom.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap up this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration into the world of the Skore buzzz and the ever-evolving landscape of intimacy.
Remember, the most important tool you have is your own curiosity and the willingness to connect with your partner on a deeper level.
And with that, we'll leave you to your own explorations. Until next time,